Hello and welcome to class 10th English First Flight poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. The Dust of Snow is a poem penned by poet Robert Frost. This poem is small and simple but with a deeper meaning. It expresses the significance of small things in life can make a huge changes in our future. Now about the poet. Robert Lee Frost, born on 26 March 1874 and died on 29 January 1963, was an American poet. As you all know about Robert Frost because he is a very famous American poet who used to write on reality of life because he is a realistic poet and his writing depict original happenings, sorrows or gloom or anything. He just managed to show everything in his poem. So before talking about the title, theme and what poet want to tell through this poem, tell me one thing that you must have listened about many sayings. Example, if any cat crosses anyone's way, so we think that the day is going to be bad or spoiled. Or if you are going to do any wrong, or if you are going to do any work that will not be completed, means you think that if the cat has crossed my way, then whatsoever work I am going to do will not be completed, because this negative thing is already put it in our mind. So we used to think like that. Like this only, there are many bad omens on which people used to believe on. Like another is crow. People have a believing that crow is a symbol of death, darkness, negativity or gloom, one which our society used to believe on. Hence, all this I just told you because in this poem, poet wants to shatter all the making of mind of such bad omens which people used to do, or in our society it is a believing. How we will get to know through the explanation of the chapter. So first, let's know about the title. Dust of snow. Here, dust doesn't mean soil or sand. It means something falling or pouring in a fine particles. So, or you can understand a fine particles of snow has changed the poet's mood in the end from the negative thinking to a positive thing. So, one more thing you can understand from the title, that how a small thing changes change for a big thing. So, in the first paragraph, the way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. The way a crow shook down on me means how that crow has shook that branch of that hemlock tree. At that time only the dust of snow from the hemlock tree has fallen, and that dust of snow is what? The fine particles of snow. Poet recounts the small incidents that changes his mood. It seems very simple, but it has a great significance. The poet was very depressed and hopeless. He was in a state of sorrow and he was lost in his thought. He was standing under the hemlock tree. Then suddenly a crow that was sitting over the tree shook the tree, and the fine particles of snow from the tree fell on the poet, which created a difference in his mood. Let me tell you one thing, students. Crow and hemlock tree are the negative creatures in this poem, as crow is known for death, sorrow, darkness. As well, hemlock tree is also a poisonous tree which is never used for joyness, happiness, or anything. It is used by the poets to only show sorrow and sadness. In the next paragraph, has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Has given my heart means that dust of snow which has fallen from the hemlock tree due to the crows flying has given the poet's heart a change of mood. Due to that, the poet's mood had now changed and saved some part of a day I had rued. And some part of his day means half part he has spoiled already while sitting and thinking about the negative things. But due to that dust of snow, he has saved his rest of the day by getting rued. When the soft and cold snow fell on the poet, it changed his state of mind from sadness to happiness. He started feeling peaceful and refreshed. This simple incident helped him enjoy the rest of the day. He thus became very happy as it saved his rest of the day from being wasted. So, students, I think you have understood the poem. If any doubt is there, you can ask. You can ask. Some rhyme schemes are there in this poem. Poetic devices are there. First is rhyme. First is irony. Now, what is irony? A contrast between reality and expectation, between what is said and what is meant, between what appears to be there and in real truth. So, students, what appears to true and what is really truth? This means irony, means sayings are there. There are so many sayings which our formats have already said, or our society is believing on them. But when we experience it, we understand the reality. It is not like that. It is definitely not like that, because if everything depends on our mind, if you think that something is going to be wrong, there will be definitely something will going to be wrong. But if you are having a positive thing that no, some positive feeling you are having in your mind that some positive thing is going to be happen and you will not think about the negative thing, so definitely there will be a positive thing. One more example I can give you, like people used to go to priest, that they used to ask what is going to have in my future, or please tell my destiny and all that. So they are not god that they'll tell you about your destiny, but they just give you a way to pray to god, so that in your mind one positive thing created, that you are doing this thing, so god will help you, and by that you start doing your activities nicely with a positive mind, that you are doing pray to the god, so definitely your work is going to be good and excellent, and you will achieve the success. By that you do and have the positive thing. Like that only poet Robert Frost want to explain this, that our mind is everything. What you will think, positive or negative, that you will have. So another poetic device is symbolism. Symbolism is hemlock tree and the crow, which symbolizes negativity. And another is poetic device which is used for rhyme scheme is alliteration and enjambment. Enjambment is that figure of speech which is used to create rhyme schemes, and it is what a same sentence continued in 4 lines. Means you can see in the first paragraph also, the way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Means only one full stop is there. The way a crow is the para is starting with the way of a crow and ended with the hemlock tree. Only one full stop is there. So it is what? It is enjambment. And second example you can take from the second stanza. Has given my heart. It has started from here and ended with the one full stop only. Of a day I had rode. Okay. So this is what? Enjambment. Means what is enjambment? Same sentence continued in 4 lines without any full stop between it. At the end only one full stop is there. So another figure of speech is what? Alliteration. Alliteration is what? Words with the same starting letter placed closely for creating rhyme. Okay. So here, what is the rhyme scheme? The way a crow, the dust of snow. Means here the word crow and snow having the alliteration view. Shook down on me from a hemlock tree. Me and tree. EE sound is there and crow OO sound is there. Crow and snow. OO sound is there. Me and tree. EE sound is there, which is creating alliteration, and we'll show it in the poetic device like AB, AB. This is the poetic device of your first paragraph, rhyming scheme of your first paragraph, and second paragraph is similar. Has given my heart and saved some part. Heart and part, which is the alliteration and rhyme scheme which is used. So this is CD and CD. A change of mood of a day I had rude. Mood and rude, hurt and part means CD, CD. So full poem is carrying the rhyme scheme AB, AB, CD, CD. So another figure of speech which is used in this, that is consonants. Consonants are the repeating consonant sound. So only in the full poem there is only one statement in which consonants are there. That of a day I had rude. The sound is repeated thrice. Day had rude. The. I hope you have understood, students. Day had rude. The sound which is used is consonants, figure of speech. So we are having how many figure of speeches? Irony, enjambment, alliteration, rhyming scheme, and consonants. I hope you have understood the poem. Here a summary is given to you all. If any problem is there, you can go through again in the summary or the video. First question is, what is a dust of snow? What does the poet say has changed his mood? How has the poet's mood changed? Answer. Dust of snow refers to the tiny particles of snow. The particles are so small that poet referred to them as dust. The poet was in an awful mood when particles of snow had fallen on him. This changed the poet's frame of mind instantly, and his day got a lot better. Second question, how does the frost present nature in this poem? The following questions may help you to think of an answer. What are the birds that are usually named in poems? Do you think a crow is often mentioned in poems? What images come to your mind when you think of a crow? Birds like sparrow, nightingale, and peacock are more than often named in poems. Unlike these birds, crows are often seen as the indicators of doom and fear. They are often used for negative references. Student, these answers can vary because it depends on your thinking. because here in the question it means what images come to your mind. So these answers can vary. Next question. Again, what is a hemlock tree? Why doesn't the poet write about a more beautiful tree such as a maple or an oak or a pine? Answer. Trees are also seen as mighty creatures imparting wisdom as they are too old. They give out oxygen and absorb the carbon dioxide, which is connected with absorbing all the negative energy. But there are trees that are poisonous too, like a hemlock tree. The poet does not mention a more beautiful tree such as maple, oak, or a pine because he wants to indicate sad scene. Being poisonous, a hemlock tree is considered bad, or so he refers to it. Some questions are there, students. You have to do as an assignment. I hope you will able to do if you have understood the poem. Let's discuss what is the underlying message for us in our hectic life with reference to the poem Dust of Snow. Means you can discuss about any experience what you had just like as poem in Dust of Snow. Next question. No matter how ordinary or unimportant an incident may be, it's a reaction or the response that matters. Takes inspiration from the poet's reaction, write how inherent values can be picked up and learned. So, students, I hope this question is also depends on your mind setup. So, write it. Thank you, and I hope you have understood the poem.